Hey, g'day Southside. I'm standing here on the veranda of my house looking out across my neighbours and thinking what a blessing it is and how important it is for us to have a house, to have that sense that this is my home, this is where I belong, this is where I can be, there with your hair undone and a daggy t-shirt and be completely at rest. But you're probably hearing this on the news already and become very much aware of it. For a lot of people, that is not the case. There was a survey done back earlier this year in March. Out of something like 4,000 houses, units, apartments, whatever, for rent on one particular weekend, 1% of them were affordable for somebody who was living on income support, so, job seeker. 4% of those 4,000 odd dwellings were affordable for somebody who was living on a basic wage. And that really hasn't changed, this report says, in the last 10 years. There's a 1% vacancy rate in houses, or any rentals in the Annerley area. And then you've just got to think about the way in which house prices are increasing for those who want to buy. You probably even know some of this stuff from your children or your grandchildren. Housing affordability is becoming a critical issue for people living in our country. One of the ways in which we are addressing this was through some money that we gave away. Last weekend, I had the privilege on your behalf to present a cheque for $4,500 to Bruce Riddell from Annerley Baptist Church for their Community Belonging and Connection project. That $4,500 was 50% of our takings from the market day 50% from the garage sale at Mount Gravatt and 10% from the market day at Holland Park. This is what Bruce had to say in the service last Sunday at Mount Gravatt.
The project aims to, echo the words of your message this morning of looking after the vulnerable, and we've set up a number of cabins on our property for the homeless, and we operate a community lunch every Monday, and we have a drop-in on a Wednesday to help people through their journey. And it's a journey which we're just providing Christ's friendship to those who come to us, to journey with them, to give them support, and that's what we seek to do on these occasions. And I've sort of said it's a bit like re-entering the womb, and we nurture people who are with us. We have time to talk with them and work with them while they're on our property in one of the cabins, and then we help them to rebirth back into the community, stronger and with a hope that they didn't have previously.
And a little bit later on in Bruce's talk, he said this.
Our project is very simple and can be replicated in your area just by having opportunity to walk with people and provide them that community support that they need. So again, thank you very much for your support.
The Church Council has sat with this idea of housing affordability, homelessness, doing something in this area, probably for like over a year now. Shared with you little snippets of our conversation. We recognise that with the sale of Holland Park Central, we have both an opportunity and a responsibility to be good stewards of the proceeds that will come from that sale. Somewhere in the region, $3 million. We have a congregational meeting coming up in a couple of weeks' time, and the Church Council would like to present to you what their plan is for where we go. But before we present that, what I want to ask you to do is just spend some time reflecting and praying and thinking what's on your heart. When you think of issues of housing affordability, homelessness, about the people who live in our suburbs, what is God saying to you? Please start prayerfully considering how we might be able to respond and look for what it is that the Church Council will present at our congregational meeting in a couple of weeks' time. Till I talk to you all later on, blessings on you all.